Hello, everybody. This is Bugsy here. Now I'm gonna tell you this. This is a Steven Universe AU, but it's also inside of a much greater universe. My teenage universe, which technically started as the main universe's answer to the, what are the big three doing when they're not basically making people laugh and doing videos. I rebooted it not too long ago. Been kind of sitting on it for a very long time until now, and let me just tell you, we just kind of because I took my original idea of where I was gonna make the AU go, I kind of backpedaled during my during my extra video during my extra video. So as I backpedaled, we're just gonna do Diamond Days for the recap. Di- you know, White Diamond wanted to reach out to the two blue and yellow and the other crystal gems, and and um and Steven, aka Pink Lasagna. Okay, kidding. Okay, kidding. But wanted to reach out to the other. But wanted to basically reach out to Pink Diamond, which is Steven. Which is Steven. So basically we get to familiar. Familiar is base like everybody's in Pearl, including AG, which drives him up the wall insane because he's also worried about he's not only worried about Steven, but he is worried about Blue. So he talks to the he talks he talks to Yellow and Blue. They hatch a plan to try and get the ball so he can talk to White Diamond about the whole uncorrupting the gems because yeah, I didn't even mention it, but yeah, it's still a thing. So basically, so basically, they they all agree and go, and because of that, um, Blue and Yellow try to teach Steven etiquette. But now we're gonna get to together alone, and remember, this is my alternate universe of how things go. It's probably not gonna go the same way as how Rebecca Sugar's gonna do it. And I want you to all understand that this is my take, not Rebecca Sugar's. I'm not trying to trample on her. I'm not trying to trample on what Steven Universe is. This is just my own take on it. And plus Steven and my take isn't really the same kind of Steven you guys like because Steven's more because of HE he's a little bit more mature. Connie, on the other hand, kind of isn't. But we're gonna get into that. It's not really even Connie's fault in Together Alone. I really feel like it's just everybody, like. But at the same time, it kind of is. It's a little bit Connie's fault because again, they're all in enemy territory and they need to just try and keep up appearances for now. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this whole thing because everybody jumped in. I mean, if Connie and Steven would have just danced, it wouldn't have been so bad. They would have just unfused. But the thing about Connie is, you gotta understand, Stefani. Like you guys are like, oh, it's not Connie's fault, but it kind of is it is and isn't at the same time because like it kind of is her fault because just it's like Connie don't understand that they're in enemy territory. I mean, I know she's a kid, but she's actually a smart kid. Like sometimes you gotta read the room and the act. You gotta read the room. You know. But not even here nor there. But in my version, let's walk us through it. So yeah, they do the ball. Everything goes off the way it is. Blue is like Blue actually had to say that Ichi was kind of like her pet and also one of Pink's friends, so he kind of gets to stay near Blue. I mean, he wouldn't want it any other way, to be quite honest with you. He's just on her. He's on her. He's on like. He's like on the armrest of her chair, not like on the armrest of her little throne. I would say he's in her cleavage, but I gotta try. I gotta try and tone it down just a little bit. The blue and H stuff. I gotta tone it down slightly. So, and yes, in my version, Steven is technically on Blue's boobs. Yeah, fight me. anyways, anyways, the fact that but since this is my version in Blue and Garnet already had the little powwow, they don't really have that whole. Does she think that she's a Garnet? No, she just goes. She goes like I know everyone, but we must make a good impression on Pink Diamond. So we can't do anything like we would do on Earth. And Yellow just kind of chimes in. It's like, yes, everyone, she's right. So we have to play this by ear. Everything must go off without a hitch if we're going to do this. And he looks at like Ichi looks at Blue and he's like, well, I gotta say. Okay. I gotta. Okay, there's like two versions of this line that I wrote. I'm gonna read it to you. Blue, good. Seems like you can actually command a few things. Not like I, not like I wouldn't have known that. You guys gotta understand that Ag when he's around Blue, he's like, he is irrepressibly horny. Just he holds it back because everybody's there, but yeah, whenever he's around Blue, he's a bit of a hornball. Everything kind of goes off. They're going like pink, pink diamond, so radiant and all this stuff, and Ichi's like, this is so. I'm glad nothing's popping off. Because Blue and Ichi can actually talk to each other mentally because she has kind of a mental telepathy telepathy thing, but it's not like lights. But they can just like talk to each other. And he was like, "You guys, yeah, I can't believe you guys had to do this stuff. Being 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 royalty of any kind to me was always vastly overrated. I was Blue, I was a prince. They had their little conversation background, and Steven's just straight up bored to the point where Connie actually tries to actually get them to fuse. Well, they dance and they fuse, and both Blue, AG, and Yellow are just like they're just like, oh, like AG gives his own oh for the all for love of the all-seeing eye of Omicron. Oh, jeez. White Diamond's upset, and they know that by looking at the white pearl, and they're like, and then Ichi actually has to go down and go, Steven, Connie, you guys can't fuse right now. We're trying to get her in her favor. I'm gonna have to unfuse you two if that. I'm gonna have to unfuse you two real quick. Like, if you guys can't cheat, if you guys can't do it. But, they're like, but this is probably the only way. No! Do you understand where we are right now? We are in space. We are like, in space communism right now. They're like space Hitlers. Like, freaking White Diamonds is like a dictator. And we gotta play it by ear. So guys, unfuse. And they unfuse, and Connie just looks at him like, I was just helping out Steven. No, you weren't. You were just making this worse. Okay? Well, he doesn't say you're making it worse. That was like the old line. But he's like, I know. And I know you want to cheer up Steven right now. But it's really not a good time. Steven understand. And Steven, stand up for yourself. If you know this wasn't the right path, you say no. You're elite. You're gonna be the leader soon. So please act like it. At least for now until we get back to Earth. White Diamond is still kind of unimpressed in the fact that He basically ordered Pink around. So he's putting the little jail cell. He's like, well, had this coming. But basically Blue decides to actually just come in there with him. Yellow tries to smooth it over with White Diamond so he can get out of there. Because Yellow's actually grown quite fond of H.E. over the past 2 months and a half, month and a half. So she actually kind of grows a little bit fond of him. So she's trying to really talk to White about trying to get him out of there, and White not really liking that basically Yellow is talking back to her, basically controls her mind. Steven tries to figure out ways to get him out of there too, but H.E. is literally trying to tell us mentally, don't do anything. I'll get out of here, but you just gotta keep this charade. You gotta keep this little pink diamond charade going for a little while. Okay, I'll be fine. Trust me. I'm with Blue. I'm going to be your dear sweet uncle is going to be fine. Because he has referred to himself as Steven's uncle all the time. Again, stuff I just didn't put in there because sometimes when I'm making these, I'm just going through the basic plot lines. Pearl is like, and Pearl even goes like, hey, Pearl goes, even incarcerated, he doesn't take things seriously. And Emma is like, can you, with him having Blue there, it's not even really like he's being held against his will. But basically, so Steven really tries to go to White. He goes to White. He goes to White quickly and tries to really leverage to basically to leverage trying to get HE out of there. And that's the catalyst that screws everything up because Steven really trying to get him trying to get White out of there. And White's like, no, Starlight, I can't let him out. He tried to boss you around. And he is a lesser creature compared to us. And he's like, no, that's not fair. He always he trained me so I wouldn't do this. I'm always picking the I'm always picking the most I'm always picking the road of a pacifist, doing things that are childish, even if it costs us the mission. Every time. And, and I just, for once, I'm gonna stand up and help him, whether you like it or not. And that's the catalyst that kind of starts this. And then Steven gets thrown into a cell along with Connie because Connie wasn't gonna let him go by himself. The crystal gems all get thrown into the crystal gems get thrown into a cell too, but before that they get poofed. And H just scans for a minute, noticing that the crystal gems are not answering, and Steven's in a cell. And he's like, Blue, we gotta bust out of here. I know what I said before, but White ain't playing with a full deck of cards, and I know that's kind of sucky, but we have to get at it. I have to get out of here. I gotta help him because I made a promise to Pink. I'd watch over him. The other gems made a promise too, but I'm his I'm his mentor and his uncle, and I need to do what I gotta do. So basically, I mean, I like the cat. I know you guys were like, but why is the focus always on Ichi? Because why? Let me answer this. Why is the focus always on Steven in the main thing? We never get another character's perspective. But basically, but basically, um, so he gets out of his cell and gets Steven and Connie out of there. He's like, this is like last time, but this time I'm gonna call for backup. Steven, Connie, Steven and Connie, stay here. I don't know what White's planning to do, but I need backup now. Now remember, this is still set in the Team H universe, and there's a reason why this universe is called the Team H universe. He grabs his phone out of his pocket. Well, actually, his comm link out of his pocket. Yeah, for some of you that is knowing what's about to happen, he's like, he presses the button on his phone. He goes, all all Team H members that are still around. This is a distress call. Yep, I'm back, kids. Now I need all of you to to follow the coordinates and meet me there because it's about to get real. So get ready, boys and girls. It's about to get real. Let's let's give him a little taste of the H. Also, Steven did bust Amethyst Garnet and Pearl out as well. But Steven does run up to him and goes, who did you call? Long ago, Steven, I was a part of a group. A group that a group that stops threats from the earth. And I, once upon a time before going into war with my own people. Fought alongside your mother during that time. Now, what I called was my old friends to see if they were still around, because you should probably get in touch with Lars too. We're gonna need all the help we can get. Me? He grabs something. He doesn't grab his mask right away, but he does grab something that's a little bit more. He does grab something because he knew he might need it one of these days if he could, because he keeps saying if he uses the mask too much, it may actually warp his mind. Even though it doesn't really, it's just my excuse of actually using something else other than the mask. Because I never wanted that to be his primary weapon. But he grabs something that kind of looks like a morpher. It goes. He goes, henshin. A a aura of silver wraps around him until he busts out and goes, Common Rider, Silver. Now, if you guys don't know what I just did there, again, it's part of Prime's continuity, but it's in H's too. Because again, before G, they were like the closest to each other in similarity wise. So unlike Prime, who basically lost his Kamen Rider Silver, Morpher belt thing a long time ago, AG still has his. So what's about to happen in my version is there's about to be one hell of a fight. And listen, Rebecca Sugar's gonna do her own thing, and this is my little AU, and I'm gonna do my thing. It may not be exactly what she does, but I feel like it's something that I want to do. Because again, I just don't want Steven to be such a pacifist. Like, I don't want him to be a super pacifist. He needs to fight sometimes, and he's actually going to be fighting alongside Ichi, and it's going to be a real awesome little thing. But yeah. But how do I feel about Together Alone myself? Everything went from bad to okay to oh my god, everything has gotten worse. I don't really blame Connie because everybody jumped into action, but I feel like if Connie didn't do that, because we gotta admit, Connie is like Steven's 14 and Connie's a kid. So she's gonna be like, because all Connie really sees is that Steven's unhappy and Connie's trying to make him happy by dancing with him and turning into Stefani. You guys can say that wasn't her intent, but that basically was. Like, I do blame the Crystal Gems because the moment they jumped into action and the moment they fused, it made everything a little bit more worse. Now, if they split up right away, it would have been working. I think it still would have happened the same way. I mean, no one can convince me otherwise. We gotta remember, Homeworld itself, they don't like fusion. The Diamonds especially don't like fusion. So you can't sit there and tell me that seeing one of their diamonds fuse did not cause some sort of fucking uproar. You can say like it's not Kanye's fault, but it kind of is, and the fact that the Crystal Gems fused after that was even worse. In their eyes, that was worse than like going up to White Diamond and shattering her. So yeah, but I did like Blue Diamond. She is a pure pearl, and nobody touch her. Except for we. Except for we. Oh, hold up. Hold up, everybody.
You sure?
All right.
Honey, I really want to talk to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The next video we are going to do, because this is technically part 3, the actual part 3, but I want to just say it's about, like, my version is going to ramp up, like the actual show, because this fight is literally going to get fucking nuts, because teenagers because the remnants of Team H are going to be in this battle. Lars is going to be in this battle. Steve's really going to learn how strong H actually is, and it's about to be one hell of a fight. Also, they're gonna have to fight Yellow, because White does actually take control of her. So I'm gonna get out of here, folks. I'll see you later. And get ready, folks. Because when escapism plays and Battle of Heart and Mind plays, that's when we get back to this. Because it's about to get real. See you guys later. Bye, folks.